A split call. Carol
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I just really want to follow my colleague Moana Mackie in explaining our concerns, because Labor did support this bill, the Families Commission Amendment Bill, to Select Committee. We wanted to look closely at the implications of the bill and to look at what the role of evaluation and research should be in relation to what was being proposed. We now oppose this bill, having considered it carefully at the Select Committee process. And we believe that the changes proposed to the Commission in this bill continue an agenda which is about fundamentally altering its nature as an autonomous Crown entity and really making it something more akin to a government department or ministry. Now, we believe that the net effect of that is really to compromise the Commission and to limit its independence and, most importantly, its ability to advocate effectively for families. So, given those changes, we stand by our policy for the disestablishment of the Commission and instead replacing it with a Ministry for Children to focus on policies and programs to ensure that children and families are the centre of all policy. And I just want to say my colleague Jacinda Ardern is doing a great deal of work in this area, because in the end what happens to our children is the most important thing. And as members of Parliament, we should be considering everything that is done in this House in light of what the implications are for the future generations. And at the moment in this country, we can see the fact that we now have a situation where many young people don't believe that they have a future in this country. They don't believe that they have a right to a job, or that don't believe they will get a job. They don't believe they will own a house. What are the implications of that? What are the implications of so many children living in poverty? And how will that flow through over the next decades? The implications are very, very serious, which is why, for Labor, we do believe that children and families should be at the centre of all policy. So, as I said earlier, this bill does limit the advocacy function of the Commission, and we believe that really effectively means that it's meaningless. It's not going to be sufficient to do what needs to be done. Probably the final point I would make is that the governance structure as established is very confused. I think my colleague Moana Mackie went through the fact that there won't be the ability to have the range of disciplines reflected in this that is necessary for something as multidisciplinary as this. So with those few words, Mr. Speaker, I just again repeat that Labor is opposing this bill.
Mr. Speaker.
I call Jan Logie.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.